Hi guys, I'm back. So my video for some reason cut off, and then I don't know, somehow it started again. So I got half of the last two cards that I pulled for the Rumi Oracle cards, one for the masculine, one for the feminine, which I was only trying to get one if you all got a chance to see that. So it must be meant for me to put in a separate video. Might have been too much information all in one. So let's go back and read what we have for the masculine concerning this super blood blue moon coming up. And these cards are really beautiful. I had to redo it because it's too beautiful not to. It's too important. So this card is called Blood Angel. Let's see if I can turn it that way so you can kind of see it. And this is for the masculine. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space as I looked for myself. I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day, the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. The oracle of the blood angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The blood angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase of your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. It is not about exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night that might be the darkness of grief or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life, is your divine task now. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness? A sense of safety and security? Love? Remember that in any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true, or a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there is always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what is happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know, or holding on when it is better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life, and great power in heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well but seek to engage in a new projects or practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges. And yet, what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. If you have been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honoring ritual for the cloak of the Christ oracle after you have completed the ritual for the blood angel. The reason for this is that your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. This is nothing to be concerned about, but you will benefit from more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing and wellness, these rituals will help you become conscious of and ready for that action simply through life experiences and internal wisdom when the time is right. So you can do your own rituals if you have those. You can do one of the things I like to do is to write, especially during a full moon or even a new moon. I do it also, but I'll write down like my affirmations or not my affirmations, my what I want or what. Yeah, sometimes it's just my affirmations, or it's a combination of my affirmations and what I want, or sometimes it's just um, writing from my spirit, allowing spirit to come through and create on paper. And usually when you write, there's something very powerful about pen and paper. It brings it into the ethers and to fruition. But I'm going to read you this sacred honoring ritual because I'm being led to, just in case this might be something you could use. You could say aloud, blood angel of unconditional life and divine love, bless me with the life force I need to attain my divine destiny. I open to your grace with perfect trust and perfect love, so be it. And then you close your eyes and notice your breath. Imagine or intend that you can sense the blood moving in your veins. So much life abounds in your body and soul. In your own time, just open your eyes. You have completed your honoring ritual. This is a great time to do rituals. I'm going to do one myself. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do one. And so I want to move on and read the Feminine's card that came, which is I surge on the uprising wave of love. It's really beautiful, and it looks like the moon is in the background. So both of these, and this one looks like a lot of sun energy with the passion, solar plexus energy going on, a lot of solar plexus, a lot of passion. I believe the masculine has a lot of passion for the feminine and his life in general and his work. So let's read 5 for the feminine. My life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel instead, I feel the truth of her love and divine reflection. She shines back at me from her radiant heart. Greater forces of planetary movements affect us all. We experience day and night through the interplay of earth, sun, and moon. This is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, both body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but are just as great, if not more so, an effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You are going through a cycle, or very soon will be. Or many of you are ending cycles, such as I am. I'm ending a cycle, entering a new cycle, which is most of the feminine. Ended the old karmic cycle, ending and entering into this new cycle of love and unconditional love. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the earth and humanity. This is the way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. Smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great in oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear born of the ego in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. This disorder, however, is the ego perspective because its range of vision is too small, too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. That is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, and its passionate dance with the moon mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing that is dying here and now is your grasp, your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trusting surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it. What a wise intention that is. Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success? No, it is wiser, wilder, and more fun to surf the great wave of consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved, surge with it. You are being given a gift of grace in this oracle. The promise that you won't drown and that you will, in fact, be given a glimpse of your own divinity should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket of fabric of the heavens, with the sacred feast of earthly bounty just now being unpacked in your honor. Get yourself into that ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now. Sweet beloved, surfs up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge on with the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright this lifetime. It's really beautiful. So those quantum leaps that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago are now coming with this new energy. And if you've been paying attention these last couple of weeks, you would have seen these smaller, well, not smaller, miracle is a miracle, but these miracles that don't seem so fancy, or maybe not the miracle that you were intending, but these miracles that have been happening all along have been pushing you forward into your destiny. And I feel like this is really going to be a time of more fantastical miracles on a larger scale where everyone is going to bear witness. And I'm also hearing in that reading about the feminine letting go of control. And a lot of feminines probably We're holding on to control because the feminine felt like she had to protect herself and guide things the way she needed them to do, because she had experiences in her past where she wasn't able to trust and where she was hurt. But we're coming in a time where that is no longer the case, where you can trust, you can surrender, and you can go with the flow, and you can step into your feminine energy of receptivity, where you don't have to push to get things that you want, where you can just sit back and receive all that the divine has in store for you. So this is a really beautiful reading, and I will probably come back later with another reading, maybe with some other cards, to give you a fuller understanding, and see you all later on this week. But please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. I take all kinds of donations. Any donation helps for me to create better content. And I love you all, and I'm excited for you all, and I hope you all are. Oh, before I don't want to end just yet. You all to do your full moon rituals. Keep yourself cleansed. Cleanse the air. Put a hedge of protection around yourself every day. You're always protected, but be proactive and speak that protection. Clear out those energies. Release those things that are not serving you. And when you absorb other people's energies, release those energies. If you want help with that, you can contact me by email, and I can share with you some things that I do, or we could do a one-on-one reading and coaching session to help you to get where you need to be. But what else did I want to say? I don't know, guys. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you or hearing from you all. And please, share with me your experiences. If any of this resonates with you, please share with me what your experience is. I'd love to hear that feedback. Talk to you soon.